Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and welcome to my review of the new film, The Case for Christ. Now, every year around this time, Easter, a biblical film comes out, and this is this year's installment. Starring Mike Vogel and Erica Christensen, they star as Lee and Leslie Strobel, based on the real-life couple. Now, they were atheists, and in this film we meet them, and they have no interest whatsoever in religion or God, until something very profound happens to them. And then all of a sudden, Leslie starts going to church, and she starts accepting God into her life. The only problem is that Lee wants nothing to do with it. "How dare you," he says. "Well, you need to decide, Leslie," he continues. "It's either the church or me." Now, he finds himself going on this quest to prove or disprove the resurrection. You see, Lee is a journalist at the Chicago Tribune, so he has all of the investigative skills that he needs. He just needs to go out and prove it. So this is a very interesting movie, and it's one of those movies where I have to say it was enjoyable. It's set in the early 80s, and the sets and the hairstyles certainly depict that. I don't necessarily think this movie is going to sway people's opinions one way or another. I think if you believe, of course, you'll continue to believe, and if you don't, then you aren't necessarily going to see this movie and change your mind. The movie, again, I have to say, whether or not I agree with how the story plays out, it's a movie. So it's a movie based on people's lives. So if that's what actually happened, then that's what happened. What I think though, in terms of watching this film, is I don't necessarily know if it's something that you need to see on the big screen. I think this movie will play out very well on Netflix, and I give this movie a C+. I think it's a movie, again, watch on Netflix, and open discussion. Open discussion is fantastic. Regardless of what side you're on, I think it's great to have an open discussion about this film. I enjoyed it. I just don't necessarily need to run out and see it again. As I said before, every year around this time we get a biblical film, and there have been many more that have come along that have been much better than this. But this is still enjoyable nonetheless. If you have an opportunity to see The Case for Christ, let me know what you think. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WittyWhittier, and WittyWhittier.com. Thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the movies.